Most advice on getting your life together sounds amazing for about 14 minutes. Then actual life happens. You're tired, your room's a mess, your screen time is absolutely horrific, and that new routine that you're fully convinced was going to change everything is already dead. And that's why most people keep failing. And it's not because they're lazy or they don't care. It's because every time life gets a little bit difficult, a little bit messy, they try to become a completely different person overnight. By Wednesday, they're scrolling in bed and telling themselves next Monday is the real start. Look, I'm 18 and I'm not gonna sit here like I've got it all figured out. Because I haven't, and most of us, if not all of us, are in the same boat. But I'll tell you one thing, I do know what it looks like when things start slipping. You're tired, you're behind on stuff, and if you keep taking yourself, you're just gonna sort it all out. Nothing really sticks, and time is ticking. So this video is not that big dramatic version. This is the normal version. The one that actually works when life is messy and you're not feeling like a superhuman on a particular day. This is the first mistake. One rough week and suddenly it's like, oh, Monday I want to restart. I'm going to wake up early, I'm going to study, I'm going to journal, I'm going to start exercising, I'm going to do all of it. It sounds productive and yeah, it feels productive. But most of the time it's just panic, but you made it sound good somehow. I used to do this all the time. The second I fell behind, I tried to rebuild my life all at once. It was like I was one fresh plan and a few days away from success and greatness. You can guess it never lasted. What is actually messing my life up the most right now? Like a few examples could be your sleep, your phone, your room, your evenings, your lack of just structure in general. Pick one thing and sort that out first. A lot of people don't need more discipline. They just need less chaos in their life. And with all of that mess and distraction, of course, life feels harder than it should be. These little things add up. Basically, do the obvious and the little jobs that are just dragging around in your head. And if you don't do them now, make a task list and get it done on the weekend. It's boring and it's a bit like, what's this guy on about? But I'm telling you, it works. This one is massive. A lot of what people say is a discipline problem is actually an energy problem. This is relatable for every single one of us. No matter who you are, what you are, where you're from, you've done this before. You're sleeping late, scrolling till stupid o'clock, and you're making life much harder than it needs to be. And this could last days, it could last weeks, it could last months for some people. Tired people don't make great decisions. They skip things, they put things off, they start consuming rubbish, and then their response, I'll do it tomorrow. I've had days where I thought I was just being lazy and I just need to fix up and lock in. But I was just shattered and expecting myself to function like I had some sort of coaching staff behind me or something. Look, some of us are trying to run our lives and be efficient with it on like 6 hours of sleep, running on fumes and just vibes. Your plans start failing later on in the week. And that's because you've used your willpower, you've used that reserve of discipline early in the week. And look, that's just not a good foundation to live in. It's just not sustainable. So my recommendation is before you add new habits and new things to your life, just fix your energy of it. They wake up at a similar time and stop making those dumb excuses like, say if you're scrolling, oh, I'm just relaxing, you know, this is the only time I get. When obviously all of us know that that is ruining tomorrow. You're just overstimulated and honestly a bit cooked. All right, this one is probably the one that's the biggest shift. And this includes me. This was one of my biggest weaknesses. We feel behind because too many days just felt like they don't count. Like we did random little bits, but at the end of the day, when we look back on it, we're like, there's actually nothing I can point to that matters. Because you can be busy all day and feel like you're getting nowhere. So you need one proper daily win. One thing that if you get done, it means the day still had value in it. A workout, a walk, an hour of studying. And I'm not saying do 10 things, 20 things. I'm saying one. I've had loads of days when the routine was messy and the energy was just completely off. But I still got that one thing done. And that made the whole day feel like it wasn't a complete waste. And that is the shift. Just ask yourself, did today count? Most bad habits aren't deep. They're just easy things to do. Your phone's right there, the snacks are right there. Then people act surprised when suddenly an hour goes by. It's funny how no one accidentally does a hard workout. It's because the easy stuff means your brain enjoys it and it just takes its time with it. I promise you, the real fix is just make the bad habits awkward. Put your phone across the room, delete the apps you always start drifting into. You know, TikTok, Instagram. Set your tasks up the day before. So basically make the good choices easy and the bad choices annoying. Because a lot of that self-sabotage that you do to yourself isn't some deep mystery. It's just that you're having friction, but it's in the wrong direction. This is where most routines die. You know, that version of them that has great sleep and is waking up motivated, can do like 10 hours of work a day. That version of you can do absolutely anything. The real test is that tired, bored version of you on a Wednesday. Long day, brain's cooked, you can't be bothered for anything. Look, if your routine only works when you feel amazing, then it doesn't work. So build two versions: your ideal day and your minimum day. Maybe your ideal day is like full workouts, proper meals, focused work, and an early night. And that minimum version may just be like a 10-minute walk, that one important task we talked about, one decent meal. And that second version matters way more than people think, because the goal isn't to be at your best every single day. Look, I wish that could happen as well, but it's just not realistic, is it? The real goal is to stop disappearing when life gets hard. Now you have a minimum and a maximum you can operate in consistently. And that's how progress actually survives. Alright, look, final one, and I want to finish off on the deepest one. Getting your life together is not really about being impressive. It's just about trusting yourself again. And I know that sounds wishy-washy and all that, but every time you tell yourself you're going to do something and you don't do it, it chips away at your confidence and your trust. You become the kind of person who says, I'll start tomorrow. And that's just chat. Let's be honest. The fix isn't just making yourself bigger promises. It's just making them small promises that you actually follow through on. Say you do one focus block. Actually do the block. It's simple as that. Just make sure when you say something, make sure you do it. And look, this is not some motivational content or go do it and all that. But you're affecting your identity of yourself. And that's all on you. You just need to stop treating your own word like it's rubbish. Your own word is the most powerful thing to yourself. And once you do that for long enough, something changes. You feel more solid, more stable, more in control. You're not constantly letting yourself down anymore. Just remember one thing. Stop trying to become a brand new person by next Monday. Do this instead. Stop doing the full reset. Sort the obvious mess. Fix your energy. Get one proper win a day. Make bad habits awkward. Build your minimum day and keep your word to yourself. And that's the real version. The real one that's going to make you actually change. And it's not the fake reset or the fancy morning routine that these idiots sell to you. I might be being a hypocrite there, I can't lie. Look, it's just a life that feels more calmer, a bit cleaner, and a bit more under control. And don't just click off and make no changes. If you want to be a different person, start doing these little things today. Thank you for watching, and don't let me beat you to the top. I'll see you in the next one. Love and guidance.